Guess not, huh? Ready? Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Zion Park District, February 18th, 2016. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye?
Here.
Commissioner Brown?
Here.
Commissioner Buckholz?
Here.
Commissioner Magera?
Here.
President Hartman?
Here. Okay, I'll need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting and the Personal Finance Subcommittee meeting on dated 21st of January 2016.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting and the minutes of the Personnel Finance Subcommittee of the Board of Commissioners on the 21st day of January 2016.
I will second it.
All right, I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Magera?
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. Okay, obviously we have no guests. All right, any changes to the agenda?
We don't need the executive session.
Okay, don't need it, all right. Any comments from any of the commissioners?
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment just about the conference. It was a great conference. We went to a lot of good sessions. So thanks for the opportunity to go.
Yeah, Illinois usually puts on a really good
Yeah.
conference.
The keynote speaker was
Yeah,
fabulous.
that guy was great.
Yeah, he was good.
He was definitely good. Any other comments? All right. Any reports from the attorney, Marilyn? All right. I will entertain a motion for unpaid bills.
I'd like to entertain a motion that we pay the unpaid bills for the amount of $65,996.56.
I will second that.
I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Buckholz?
Aye.
Commissioner Magera?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. All right. Director's report.
Okay, just a quick update. The CPI for this year has come in at 0.7%, so that is really not very good news, but it's generally where we have been. Last year was 0.8. So that hasn't changed that much. The budget sessions, reminding everyone that the first budget session is on Thursday, March 3rd here at 4 p.m. So please make sure that's on your calendar. We will be covering a number of the budget for that session.
Did you say 3?
4.
Oh, 4.
4 o'clock here on March 3rd. The Black History Program is this weekend. Here is an invitation and the program for the program this Saturday. It starts at 11 o'clock at the South Cafeteria at Zion Benton Township High School. David put together a very nice program. We are partnering with the library again this year. That has been a great partnership, and so there's a nice program that is scheduled for this Saturday. If you guys remember, we did the One Can program last summer, and this is a request again, and I would like to grant this. We gave them 3 summer passes to take kids out and teach them how to golf. We have volunteers that golf with them. Some of these kids who haven't really had opportunity to participate in this kind of a sport. I think it was very successful, and I'd like to go ahead and give them 5 season passes for this summer. It's great that they have volunteers that take the kids out, because that's a time commitment to go out and golf with them, but I think it really is making a big difference for these kids. So I just wanted to share that with you. The legislative breakfast, this flyer was in your packet. There is a legislative breakfast on February 26th at the Lake Bluff Park District. That is next Friday. I do need to let them know tomorrow if any of you are planning on going. So if you could tell me.
Yes, I'm planning on going to.
Okay. to that. Then one other, well, there's two other things. This is the next Charmed workshop. Just wanted to share with you, there is another Charmed workshop. Those are open to you to participate in. They're for the Zion Benton community, anyone within the community. So it sounds like a good workshop, as all of their workshops are. So I just wanted to give you that. I didn't have it in your packets. And the last thing that I did want to share with everyone on the board is that Larry Myers, who is our golf course manager, has decided to retire. He has submitted his letter that he is going to retire on April 30th of this year. So we actually have this week put in a job posting and on the IPRA job board for a golf course manager. And we will be looking at filling that position probably by the 1st of April, so that someone has the month of April
To get a turnover.
to work with him and get ready for the golf season. I'm thinking if the weather is nice, we might even actually open early this year, earlier than last year.
You said Shiloh?
Sure.
Both. The golf manager manages both.
Both.
Courses, yeah, so it's Shiloh and Shepherd. It's a golf manager that covers both of those facilities. So it is on our website, on our job posting, on our AppleTrack program. There is a job posting for the position. If you know of anybody, they can just go online and apply. So I just wanted to tell you that, and that probably we will have something for Larry. I'm thinking probably on the 29th. We really haven't made a plan yet, but we'll have some kind of retirement get-together for him. And it will probably be on the 29th.
How many
That's
years?
his birthday. He has been here, he started a year after me, so it will be probably approximately 27 years. He was ice rink and Shiloh manager before Shepherd's Crook opened, and he did all three for a short period of time. How long did the rink stay open after Shepherd was open? A couple of years. And then he's just been golf since the rink closed.
Jesse has a question.
Do we have full on this?
No. Unless you have an objection, I'm just gonna do it.
I didn't know. I'm like, thank you.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, any comments from any of the commissioners?
I wanted to say thank you for the excellent write-up of the conferences that I was not able to attend. Unbelievable write-up from each of you, you know, for the different sessions that you attended. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think it really, it helps the staff to remember what they learned when we do that, but I think it also shares with you, you know, like what is going on in the field and, you know, what are we learning over there, so. It's kind of long, I know, but
Oh, it's a lot of detailed
I was-
information.
You know, expecting a half-a-page summary of, you know, probably from one person of, hey, we went there, we did this. But to get the comprehensive report that we got and to read each individual thing, it was fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
good, great. Thank you for
I
mentioning.
really wish I could have been there.
Okay, anybody else have anything? All right, next thing on the agenda is the approval of bid 1601. Now, could you please kind of give us a,
Yep, I'm handing out now the results from the bid opening that we had on Tuesday for the chemicals and fertilizers for both Shiloh and Shepherd's Crook Golf Course. The grayed out ones are the ones that, that will, so we don't generally just do one company, we usually, you know, look at each item that we need and who gives us the best price on that, and that's how we award the bids. So this is the recommendation from the staff, is that Pendleton Turf will give us item 1, 2, 5, 8, 11, and 16, and for a total of 11,994. Site One Landscape we will award the item number 6 for 867. Conserve FS, item 13 for 645, and Reinders, items 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14 for a total of 22,988. And I think we had a good bid opening. Good, having 4 bidders is always good. And I would recommend that we take the staff's recommendation.
Absolutely. Okay, I will entertain a motion to approve the bid for 1601 for the chemical and fertilizers for the golf courses.
I'll make a motion to approve the bid of 1601. Does staff recommend?
I'll second it.
All right, I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. Okay, next on the list is Mid-America Junior Golf Tour contract.
Yeah, just wanted to bring this to you once again. We are going to host the Junior Golf Tour in May. I think this is a great tournament for us to host early in the season. It gets some young golfers out on our golf course. It also brings them out to play some rounds before the tournament, so that's just a bonus for us. We have had very positive feedback from junior golf and from the families that come out here and really like the course. And so we're happy to have them back again. So there is a contract that you need to sign, Bill.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just want to approve this contract with the board and we'll move forward with hosting them again this summer. Something that Larry put together, and his replacement will, I'm sure, do a great job.
And these are kids from all over the Midwest? Is that,
Yes. Mhm.
wow.
Yeah, they came from all over the place.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was quite a number of surrounding states. I don't remember how far the farthest kid came from, but
That was
they
great
were all
stuff.
over the place, yeah.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to approve the Mid-America Junior Golf Tournament Tour contract.
I'll make a motion to approve the Mid-America Junior Golf Tour post-site agreement.
I second that.
I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. Okay. Next one, Marilyn, this is the bonds.
Yeah, this is the post-issuance tax compliance report. We did this last year also. The SEC has kind of cracked down on making sure that we maintain compliance of our records when we sell these bonds. So this is really just something that we will have to do every time we do a bond issuance. So, I don't know, is there anything else you want to add to that?
No, it just states in there that, we're gonna comply with all the requirements of adequate, record keeping.
So basically, it just says we're gonna keep all of our documentation in order, so that if there's ever a question that comes back on this, we have all the documentation, which we would always do, but this says you guys are aware that we understand that we have this compliance that we need to follow through on.
This document is prepared by our attorneys that advised us on the deal as well.
So it's Chapman and Cutler who does our bond counsel.
Okay. All right,
Is this a voting item?
yes. All right, I will entertain a motion to approve the post-issuance compliance report for bonds sold in December.
I'll make a motion to accept the post-issuance tax compliance report.
I have a second.
I'll second it.
All right, I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. Okay, next one is transfer of tipping fee revenue from the recreation fund to the general fund.
Yeah, as Eric stated earlier, this resolution 826, this is part of our whole budget process where we put the tipping fees in the recreation fund to be paid back to the general fund to reduce the due to that is on the balance sheet over the course of this year. And also, we put in there to cover the paving and lighting fund deficit from general fund and the audit fund deficit from general fund, so that when we finish up the fiscal year, we're in
We're
good
good to
shape.
go. Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the transfer of tipping fee revenues from the recreational fund to the general fund. Ordinance 826.
I make a motion to approve the motion. Transfer the tipping fee to the retro fund to the general fund, 826.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. All right, the next one is juvenile public service program agreement.
Yeah, they contacted us from the juvenile court. They're looking for opportunities to place juveniles, and their age ranges from age 14 to age 21. So it isn't just all completely underage persons, but they do have juveniles that they work with. And they're looking for places for them to complete community service hours. So they contacted us. We are still kind of negotiating with them the terms of that. I sent this to our attorney, and he had a couple of stipulations that he wanted to have in this, and so that is not actually complete, but I wanted to bring it to you guys so that we could at least have it in place in case we can get our finalized document done. So it would be really just like we did the last time with that, what was that the agreement with the school district, that we would vote on this pending finalization from
From the
our
lawyers.
attorney and a negotiation with the judicial court, myself.
Okay.
So it would just give us the opportunity to provide a workplace for them, but there are some stipulations that we need to make sure are clear on both sides before we do this. So this does not make it a done deal tonight, it just gives me the authority to move forward with it if we can.
As long
get
as the lawyers and the juvenile program approve.
Right.
Good to go. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's how the motion would be stated.
Question, do we have the manpower or the resource to run it? Because it takes, you know, a reasonably strong leader to manage the situation, handling 2, 3, 5, 6, 8 people.
Right. Right
You know.
now, we are working with the city and taking public service workers
Okay,
with our maintenance department.
okay.
So it's not something that we haven't done, and we don't understand what the rules and
Understood.
regulations are. So that's one of the questions, though, you know, does that change when we have these younger age, and, you know, do we have jobs for them to do? We're kind of still, you know, working through that.
Understand.
So, and do we have the manpower? That's a good question. You know, we are down manpower than from what we used to have. That's the nice thing about having public service. Sometimes it's really very helpful for us to get some projects done. So the answer to your question is yes, we understand what the needs are to run the program because
Good.
we've been doing it. But yeah, we're still kind of making sure that we can do it effectively with this program.
Okay.
Excellent.
Any other comments from any of the commissioners? All right, I will entertain a motion to approve pending our attorneys and the juvenile public service agreements and give the final authorization to the executive director at the Park District.
I'd like to entertain a motion that we proceed with the juvenile public service program agreement pending the attorney review.
Have a second?
I'll second that.
Have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pai,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
I,
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. All right.
Well, this way I don't have to come back.
Oh.
Okay? All right. Next one is the intergovernmental agreement with the Zion taxing bodies. And Marilyn, I'll let you take this one.
Okay, so we talked last month about the Zion taxing bodies have been meeting to look at ways to consolidate services, to work together to try and reduce the tax rate in Zion. So something came up with this group about there is some federal dollars that have been put away since the beginning of the when they started nuclear power in the state of, well, no, in the United States. So it's a federal program. So they put money aside for communities that had power producing stations for the event that there would be storage of nuclear waste in their communities after the closure of their stations. That law sunsetted in 1990, but we still feel pretty confident that there is still money sitting there that that really the intended purpose of it is to help a community just like Zion who has nuclear fuel spent down at Lakefront. So we are putting out a letter to the federal legislators and the state legislators because we want everybody to get on this program to help us try to get some of this money. So this agreement is that the taxing bodies have decided to do this as a group. And so if there are any federal monies that are brought into our community, everybody understands how they're going to be divided within the taxing bodies of our community. So that's what the intergovernmental agreement is. The letter we talked about last week is what's going to go out. But this is the agreement to say if there's any doubt, well, first of all, we're going to be supportive of if there's dollars that it's going to cost us to do this program, which there is. We're going to pay an attorney to assist us with putting this together and going out and trying to make it successful. And then any dollars that come back and how they're going to be divided. So that is very specifically laid out in the agreement, how that's going to work. The allocations are basically the way that the taxes are allocated in this community per each taxing body. The city of Zion is going to be the agent that is going to pay any expenses and then disperse any funds if we get them. So that is all spelled out in this agreement. And so what we're looking for is for you to agree with this intergovernmental agreement to work through this program this way.
Al was talking about, wasn't it, to me?
Yeah.
Love the idea. Quick question. You said the law sunsetted in 1990. What does that mean?
It means that they had been setting aside this money
Right.
every year.
Correct.
And so there was an end game on that law. So that was in 1990. So they aren't actually, I think they still kept collecting until, he said 2014, but they stopped collecting the money. But the law itself that was written with this is what's going to happen with this money actually sunsetted and they didn't renew it, which means there isn't actually a law out there on the books that we can say, this is it. So we have to go to them and say, this is the intention of this money. We would like to get some of it. So it's going to require legislation in order for us to get some of that money because there's not a legislative
Understood.
law that is current. So it's going to take legislation to get it.
Any other questions from any of the commissioners? All right, I'll need a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement with the Zion taxing bodies.
I'll make a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement between the Zion taxing bodies.
Second that.
I have a second. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. Is there anything else? Mary?
No. I
Pretty
think
good.
that's a record.
I like it. All right, I will need a motion to adjourn the meeting for February 18th, 2016 for the Zion Park District.
I'll entertain the motion that we adjourn the February 18th meeting.
Have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Please read the roll call, Secretary.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. Hey, by the way,